Hi everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to check for vertical clearances as part of the AutoTURN software. The Place Vertical Simulation feature allows engineers to evaluate vehicle conflicts on the terrain and overhead structures. Based on a basic ground profile, AutoTURN generates the vertical simulation and checks for conflicts. In this case, we have a tunnel with ground sloping up and down. There is also a light connected to the ceiling. Because the profile of this drawing is set to meters, I am first going to go to settings and set the units to meters. Next, under properties and within the conflict analysis category, we can select the layer that all elements drawn will be evaluated for conflict with the vehicle body, top and bottom body clearance, and tracking point envelopes when vertical simulations are placed. Next, the type of vehicle is selected. In this case, I am going to be using a recreational vehicle since they are large. After the vehicle is selected, I can now click Generate Grade Template on the AutoTURN toolbar. Designing entrance and exit ramps for a selected design vehicle can be achieved with the use of a grade template that displays a maximum up and down slope achievable by the vehicle. In this case, for the RV, the maximum upslope is 4% and the maximum down is negative 7.62%. That is considering a starting grade of 0%, in other words, flat ground. Clicking place, I'm going to put the template just above the tunnel for reference. So now I'm going to select Place Vertical Simulation. In this case, I want it to be simulated in the tunnel here, so I'm going to select the ground, which is a polyline. And shortly after, it's going to trace out the route of the vehicle that it's going to take. And we can see no conflicts have occurred. It is apparent that the vehicle is pretty close to the lamp. We can actually create a conflict if we select the checkbox for top body clearance of 0.3 meters. That would simulate if you have luggage on top of the vehicle, for example. So now that a conflict has occurred for the lamp at the ceiling touching the top of the envelope of the vehicle, we can see at the bottom left in red printing a conflict has occurred, and furthermore it highlights where the conflict occurs, where the lamp physically touches the top of the vehicle envelope. So I can clear the conflict by reducing the clearance to 0.1 meters. Let's see if that works. Yeah, so now it allows 0.1 meter of top clearance body envelope to be on top of the vehicle. Another thing to note within this interface is the Link Vertical Simulation to Path Geometry checkbox. This enables the simulation to be adjusted accordingly when the ground line is edited if corrections are required. For example, I'm going to zoom into the midsection of the tunnel and create a small bump in the road. I'm going to drag this up on the polyline, and now we can see highlighted in red is where the RV bottoms out. So I'm going to just move that a bit lower, and it still bottoms out over here, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. Yeah, now it's good. There are no more conflicts. So the vertical evaluation can be performed on the body or clearance envelope like I mentioned with the top section right here. This is such a convenient tool though because ground or overhead conflicts are reported immediately. Making adjustments dynamically, users can resolve conflicts in the design easily. With regards to validating the design, we have seen at first hand how AutoTURN's vertical simulation tool helps validate the design and ensures a safe vehicle passage. Thank you for watching our how-to video on checking vertical clearances. In this video, we covered a ground clearance check on whether this RV can successfully navigate through this tunnel without bottoming out or hitting the top. We hope this video has been helpful and informative and you have learned something new today. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlist with more videos on similar topics. These videos go into more depth and provide more insights and detailed analysis on vehicle simulations using AutoTURN. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our latest videos. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.